Our dear viewer, wherever you are, we want to thank God for your life. We believe that has been God who has kept you alive up to now. Actually, zahero kunali naturora tugonza kusima muno habakuchwamu kubana itwe Ascendancy TV mbero kali tugonza kusima muno kandi tugamba kama prezo mukiso gwamani muno. Actually za natura hero ko arukubaza banyeta master guide AHUMUZA bright nyo warukubaza ninduga kano mukanisa ya Adventist Church Hoima Western Uganda Field Uganda Union East Central African Division nindugo mukanisa ege ya Hoima erombolezo wa Western Uganda Field kandi mwino yaite ya Uganda hamu na East Central African Division kandi ninkora na 92.4 Vine FM eriyo neherezo kwenda omunsi yona kuraba mkutugwa radio gibakura 92.4 Vine FM. I will be always with you on this Ascendancy TV every morning on Sabbath from 7 to 9. And today as we open up tutandika kurangu twakwikiaho igena omunsi mukanisa yaitu which we call Adventist News Updates. Here on our desk we are so happy to be with you kurangu notuliriza. I appreciate Agnet Media Productions and Ascendancy TV for this opportunity availed to me. I want to believe as you see me, much will be discussed. Be want to baza, tuetegereza, kanse kurubate eta, tulinkaha, tugenda nkaha, bike bijo maisaho, bike bikuru muno, therefore ngonza kusaba, wale onompuliriza, you don't switch off, otarugaho, or ikaleho until we have exhausted what we have in our store. I want to invite you to join me that we seek God in prayer. Our loving Master, we are so grateful for such a time. Thank you for according us life and accepting us to access this Sabbath day in our life. As we come here to update thy people on the affairs of the church, I thank for your guidance, I thank for your exemplification, and above all, I thank for your availability. Throughout all this, I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes, and whenever we meet here, we shall have a quotation to take us through, and the key text which can open us to our presentation. Our today's quote says that in the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Mberoke sanga ebintu bikumanganire muno habaho mugisa. Awira bukusinga twesanga itwe otuba izi bitwetoroyire. We don't see the goodness problems okimanye gengu habaho mugisa ogwamani muno hagataho uragwano itegereza. So whenever you have challenges, ask God to give you that blessing. Wetegereza mugisa gula hagataho ngo gukozese ombomezi wawe. That's why you kusinga whenever we have pandemics in this world, haraha abantu abesangangu balire migisa enyakulimu iwe eyawe ogirora ndikiya rota girora. This is the time. Seek God. Akusowolengo mbere akabayikize ukiona habaho mugisa. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. And our verse of today are going to be in the 2. Ekitabo kya Zaburi 55 orukara rwa 22. Umukusoma hano muhandiki agambire ngo cast your burden on the Lord and he shall sustain you. He shall never to be moved. He says that we cast our burdens unto the Lord. What is cast? Cast with do fishing. They cast their nets into the sea, and those nets often come back with a good harvest. The same way, when we cast your burden unto the Lord, indeed, He changes. He gives a response without the same burden you cast unto him. Therefore, this morning, on this day of the Sabbath, may you cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will not permit, he will never, the righteous to be moved. If you trust in the Lord, he can never permit you to be moved out of the right path. That has been our verse of today. Ingu bine bituina tubihere yali mukama kandi nawe ajja kuba natuikirizisa natubeisa hambo mezi waitu kandi talikiriza abajja kumwesiga kuihibwa hamuhando gubomezo burungi. Therefore, with that in memory, nyikiriza ati kumanyisengu, we want to start our news updates, and we have both local stories and the international stories. Our local stories will be covering our local churches, our fields, and our unions. Uganda Union, Western Uganda Field, and maybe Hoima Zone, and wherever we are in this field, in our union, those will always be our local stories. Having know that kumanyisa, kyalokina have some good local stories. Have what you are nampuliriza. Erukubanga ngoda kumanyisangu. Bugema University, our institution of higher learning with excellence in service. Isomereryo lyamani muno habomezo bangamuno bwawe. Likugambangu, they have 1,000 bursaries in stock. They have 1,000 bursaries in stock. Ziriyo dihi right from May intake. Okusoma business, education, rundiki theology, rundiki iwe also sciences, natural sciences. Bugema gives you an opportunity to attain higher studies by giving you a bursary. Therefore, we want to invite you. Olino tuliza heroku wagonze kusoma bike chali hawe byenfune bicheke torukusobora kurorangu. You improve your academic excellence. Hati ugema university gambirengu ekwairo mugisa terero mugisa kurorangu wabano kusoma nekusaliraho habisale byokwano sasura yatwezayo bursaries rukumi. Bursaries rukumi. Arugetaga, you can apply online. Just go to the university website, you apply, then you'll have a response. Runo sabgamba nyowewe online negi tinku gisobora ngoza konyerwaho. Yes. Narukubaza. You can contact me on 078 1109480 musanju munana M10 Rundi can email me on bredonservices5@gmail.com. Singo tubalizaho sakonyera ngakuru rangu nayi wenyini wasobola kubano hikibwa kurungi muno bwereza bokusoma nikolo lengu you upgrade your studies and you may help yourself, your society and the country at large. Yes, ebiro 18 okwezi kuno kwa kana gwe 2024. Yes, jukangu kurungi munongu President Pastor Dr. Moses Makandi Muchika, in his communication he happens to inform the entire church and the leaders na saba okulimbezwa makanisa gaitu haulengo ruona oruturoho nagamba twetabe omukubara okabana Uganda. So he says that as the country approaches the exercise of national population and housing census organized by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics under the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, they have organized a census. Bagonza kururang twamanya bantu baingaha abalumu ihanga iriya Uganda. Remember, we had our first census in 2002 and the next was 2014. Hati we have another census in 2024. Na bwensonga egyo oja kuba norabantu bajambero kuikara ni bakusaba bikukwataho, feel free to share with them because they are under the government initiatives. Kurorangu twayitegereza mwihangali yaitu abantu bali bayingaha. How many have died? Kandi twina abantu basomere bata because we need to have a better country. So baira barakwikaho oli mukristayo, don't hesitate. In fact, we also kuyama nobugamba nabandi bali hali obahike okurango bahikiaho obwetago obukumanyiro bwingo bana Uganda byakulo mu ihanga lya yitu erya Uganda. That is very important. Have womezi waitu. Western Uganda field kumanya sangu kandi. Yes, we are moving on. We are moving on. Tukushima Ruhanga ngo atwaira amani yatwe bikozesho yatuhana abantu kuri twatwaro maiso obuhereza obwekaniseno. Ntongole kya abakazi tukushima abo kuba omukwezi kwa kasatu. Indeed they did their part. Bakolekito kya kurungi muno and was successful. And the same way, in the same way, mkwezi kuno kwa kana youth ministry department ilione rubata makataka kuranga tutwairo masho obuhereza babasigazi that we have improved youth ministry services. For example, today ebiro 20 kwa kana 24 Bisenyi local church, Kigumba church district, Masindi zone, Western Uganda field erayo mukolgo kutongoza kandi clubs zimbaganiza omukaniseji. They are inducting special clubs in that church where we have adventurers, we have pathfinders, we have ambassadors, and above all we have the master guides club. Ekanisegyo kilo kino kwani ndora omulisa kandi omukulu kino kyabasigazo omulolezi waitu ni hali side zakuli za Bisenyi kuranga yatongoza clubs zagenda kurungo maiso na konyeruwaho omulisa kandi master guide Samuel Rwabuyaga hamu nomukulu kitongole kyabana master guide Juliet Rwabuyaga na bwe kyaba Masindi zone. Congratulations, God bless you, keep it up. And the same zone today at Chema Technical Institute, they are launching public campus ministry. They are launching public campus ministry. Ombulisa wa Masindi Kiema Technical Institute, we are launching public campus ministry today. Courtesy to our executive of PCM Western Uganda field, headed by His Excellency Silver. God bless you. With the Deputy President, Her Excellency Kasana Luce. God bless you. They talk now on the way to Masindi Chema Technical Institute. They have launched public campus ministries. And on the same note, this year in June 22nd June, this year we are going to have a celebration. Tugenda kuba ntujaguza ki public campus ministries habwaki kirikito eri ministry mpyaka ombuhereza obwa senior youth eyebemberwa senior youth leader kandi public campus ministry ekatandika mwaka 2014. As I talk now, we are making 10 years in existence. So ebirabiri na bibiro kwezi okomukaga, we have our first anniversary of public campus ministries. We are going to celebrate this anniversary. We are going to celebrating at headquarters under SDA Church Hoima. Between abantu besoroza kurugira Masindi zone, Hoima zone, Mabale zone, Igaza zone, kurorangu bajaguza bamanyira oburungu kitongole kya public campus ministries. And also on the same day shall be dedicating new cabinet and handover ceremony. Jakuba ntumanyira ntugumya kandi ntwongomesha gwa mukama cabinet empyaka ya public campus ministry mulolezi waitu kandi obo ntuikirizangu abairemu balize bikozeso abali kuja mu office. And on that day we encourage you to be part. Next Sabbath I'll be coming here with the list of the cabinet incoming and outgoing. Ohabairem karukinu ohagarukirem kurorangu twamanyekase kurubateta. I'll be telling you how shall we dress on that day in June. Or it can them program na you when you complete you come on board and you be part of this noble activity. Now local stories once more. I want to alert you that 20th of May we are having Adventurers Day. Next Sabbath I'll come here with a full package. What is our theme for that day? What is our attire for that day? Iwa kumpuliza oyetabire mota ekireke kibesere Adventurous Day, which will be celebrated globally omunsi yonna. Those have been our local stories. Lastly, as the church, when the mass is ending, we hold church boats. Simple reminder, have you prepared to have a church board as the mass is ending? Oweteekaniza kanisa yawe kwikaza orukurato oluleme kanisa okwekuyoni kuhuaho. If not, think about it. Think about it. Our dear viewer, I come with international bulletin. International bulletin. International bulletin is Central African Division. Ekwataniza hamu na division zona eziri omwihanga ya Africa. Batekanize kibesere Pan-African Youth Conference. Pan-African Youth Conference. Erigwankaha Nigeria. Erinkaha Nigeria. Ebiro bingaha right from 22nd. We shall be having our Pan-African Youth Conference. Nawe nsongegi wetekanize obeyo ekimanyire muri mwetekaniza mpora kurorangwa itaba mkongrensen ebisale byo kugenda Nigeria byetago ki otaferwa next Sabbath. I come with the details of that as well. Now our international stories. When I go to Danish Union of Churches Conference, Danish Union of Churches Conference, Executive Committee of Yaikalire, sajo bakweta Bin John Otesen, bakamukwa president, ye habwa okumanyira okwayabayire muogo Thomas Muller, uyabayire nafuna appointment endi to go and serve as a principal of Vengel dos Kalen the God. Musajogwo ayali president wa conference egyo akafuna okwetu akandi kwebembera isomero eriyamani muno as a principal. He chose to withdraw from the position of being a president. Agende ahereze emyoyo ento mu institution egyo. Kaletereza kuwa wangu baikaza orukurato orurakoma oha aramugaruka kandi ombigere. Omusai John Otesen kigambi bwangu an experience kimyaka 40 with 40 years of experience. He has been called again to lead the church in Denmark. Kigambi bwangu akabaherezeho nka president kandi mu Sweden. Kandi aherezeho nkomuhereza nkomulisa we kanisa nkomwegesa watabu kya Bible kandi as the head of theological studies and senior lecturer at Newbold College of Higher Education in Bracknell, England. Kigambi wangu Musai John Otesenel, he holds a master's degree in divinity. Aina okusoma kwa yasomero kwa amani muno aina masters kandi ombikwasire mu divinity unibeta religious studies from Andrews University kandi aina PhD ministry degree from Fuller Theological Seminary in the US. Kandi kigambi Musai John aina mukazo bakweta Marge Brit kandi kaswerwanga na omwago orwenda ne kinana. They got married in 1980 and he and his wife have 4 adult daughters. Kabahiro mugisa yabahereza abayishiki bana. What a blessing. In his words, he says, I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our outgoing president, Thomas Muller, who has served with dedication and who has given tremendous effort over the past 12 years. Oteson said on his appointment, at present, the Adventist Church in Denmark is experiencing a particular exciting period of development, of which I am eager to make a contribution. Gambangu agonza kusima muno Thomas Muller akurugo muntebe habo kuhereza no kwehayo no kwayo amwe gona on emyaka 12 eyengwire henyuma yagamba nawe namanyiraho kaseriyo nekura kandi yagamba he is ready, he is willing to make a contribution. What a message of hope. And he was welcomed into the ministry by the Associate Secretary and Departmental Directors for Evangelism and Mission. And he says, Oteson will continue in his role of president until the church's General Conference session in 2025, when election of the all union officers will take place. Ijikwangu next year tugenda kubana session ya General Conference ya last ya yakalire inyuma remebeke kala omwaka gwenyini kaba gwe 2022 with the theme get involved. Wetabemu get involved. Get involved. That was our theme for the General Conference session ya ikalire gwe 2022. Therefore, that is the news from Denmark. Yes. And another personal story kugambangu kusigikira bya reportingirwe Marcos Passage kusigikira hamkuru gwa Adventist Today organization and under the sub-sim handikirwe Adventist Review. We had a delegates conference of the General Conference ikalire kuyuza ebikaro ebyali binamu obwetago kusigikira embere ya roho yahambiriza kuranga yajuze ebikaro ombuherezo bwekanisa General Conference. Now ensonga egyo delegates voted to accept the recommendations on three departmental directors between health ministries, women ministries, and planned giving. Ebiro 10 okwezo kwa kana, the General Conference Executive Committee of the Seventh Adventist Church voted to accept recommendations of the nominating committee, and the meeting at the church's headquarters in Silver Spring, Maryland, United States, voted to accept Zeno Charles Marshall as the director for health ministries. Bakayikiriza omusajja ono Zeno Charles Marshall afoke kule kitongole ky'obwomezi. Galisa Stel kitongole ky'abakazi. Hector Otoniel Ries kitongole kya planned giving and trust services at the General Conference. Always what Uganda field kitongole kikuru musajja bakweta Pastor Segwa Dennis Amot. Ne akule kitongole kinu ekibesere ekya planned giving and trust services. So omukuru akumukuru General Conference bakweta Hector Otoniel Reyes akagumibwa mu ntebe ebiro 10 okwezo kwakana ogwe 2024. What transpired? What caused ebikaro binu kururangu byagarukibwamu kandi obinagisi sesoni ogwe 2022 of which have the next session ogwe 2025. What exactly was the problem? Ensonga nizo zino. Ensonga yokubanza Charles Marshall ayikaire na hereza kasi associate director akiri mu kikaro kya Peter Landless, who is going to retire 1st November. Umusajja ono bakweta Peter Landless, he's retiring from his church ministry. Aikize myaka eyokuhumura. In other words, he is clocking 65 years. Therefore, he is requested by policy of the church kuhumura murimu yekanisa agenda humule. So abena mgwera associate director waye obakweta Charles Marshall aja kuba na kiromu ntebe eno until there is a GC session come next year. Kandi kigambi bwangu still otwalize nyuma hali mukazi ogwo akimta kwemete kyabakazi she is replacing Heather Down Small. Heather Down Small. Omukazi ono akafa mu January mujjuke. We lost a department at the general conference. Mukazi onu yahumire mirimo y'ekyali January 2022 kwe mwaka guno. So twikayotana mukuru w'ekitongole kya bakasa general conference by April Stell was voted to replace the deceased Heather Down Small. Then tuina kandi Hector Otoniel Reyes akomere kubana ijya mu kikare kya planned giving and trust services ekyayizire kiringu. Dennis R. Carlson, he is retiring as well. Naye aliyo kirimyaka yokutaya. So ikaro kino kyayitagisibwa habeho omuntu agarukamu niko kugenda masonokereza ekanisa ombwetago mulingo bulyo ni bwetagisibwa. Who are these people? Who is Charles Marcel? Mukazi onu musajja ono akamuzara in Trinidad. Kandi kigambibwa wangu an experience kyamani muno from the US. Nka omuhaba dakitala bakuru muno as a physician and healthcare leader. Before being elected as director of the Health Ministry Department in 2015, he was a vice president of medical affairs at Wildwood Lifestyle Center and Hospital in Wildwood, Georgia. Aikaire nakura ekitongole rundi section yaba medical affairs ikwatalaba dakitali mu irwali yamani munelyo in Wildwood in Georgia. He has been a speaker with the webinar Reverse Diabetes seminars where he worked at the Lifestyle Center of America. Fajola ke nakora kandi nabaliriza abarwayi abendwere ya diabetes kuli mu America. So he has been involved in health evangelism in several countries. In the past, he also served as interim director of International Health Center Vidasana, the Lifestyle Center at La Carlota Hospital in Montemorelos, Mexico. This person, indeed, he deserves to be in this position. And he says, it is a privilege and honor to serve. My wife and I thank you for this opportunity. Agamba wano mukazi we nibasime kanisa habomugisa guno. This is the man, I have him here. Very beautiful and strong. I want to say he's strong and beautiful. Yes, so to say so, but he's beautiful. When I see his face, he's beyond handsome. He is beautiful. And we go to the women director. Omukazi bakweta Steli Galina. Galina akakomebwa kuba agwera kulo kitongole kino ogwe 2023 mukwezi kwa 10. Before that, she had served the General Conference Office in the Office of Archives, Statistics and Research since 2012. Bakamuzalira muhangali ya rasa kandi kigambi wangu arubasire eno kibiru kwahukana. Kandi she said that she has served in various church positions such as Professor of Theology at the Case Theological Seminary in the Russia Federation, coordinator of the general editor of Sepades and Living Church in the Eurasian Division, and director of the Eurasian Division Institute of Missionary in 1996. She was the first woman to graduate with a doctorate in ministry from Andrews University, and she's a widely published author. Timanyire kono bigambo bino iwe CV ya kusometa. If you say now you are going to read the CV eyawa nandora eyayo kusometa, is your CV having weight? This is the woman in such a position. It is a privilege and honor for me to be elected as a women's ministry director for the worldwide church. She said after the EXCOM members voted to accept the nominating committee recommendation, the Adventist Church is blessed by wonderful, talented, and educated women. I will need all of yours and their prayers to continue, by God's grace, the rich legacy of the women's music department and to keep the mission of the church moving forward is my priority, she says. Omukazi ono, she looks very strong, dedicated for service. Hey, I wish her the best. If I was near her, I'd buy for her a breakfast of today that just feels my company as a church member who feels good when she's in that office. Hector Otonerius, musajja ono akomerwe kuba mukika kyose planned giving and trust services. Musajja ono kigambibwangu musajja bamaani muno kan akakomebwa kuba associate director w'ekitongole kyennyini omwaka ogw'ekumi abiri n'esatu okwezi okw'ikumi. That's when he came into position as associate. Before accepting that position at the World Church headquarters in Silver Spring, Maryland, he had served as a vice president of the university advancement for Southern Adventist University in Keren, Texas since January 2020. Previously, he served in the Potomac Conference in the U.S., Syria Adventist Academics, and the Montemorelos University in Montemorelos, that is in Mexico, in the areas of development, planned giving, and advancement. So musajja ono ayikaina hereza natendeka omatega haigumna university kanso in different positions. Now he fits, of course, he fits in that position. I support him. He fits in that position. Yagamba planned giving and trust services is what you are going to do with all that the Lord has blessed you with. Reyes told EXCO members after they voted him in. We get to encourage our church members to participate in this generosity and this faithfulness and the stewardship of what the Lord has given us. Yagamba, we have a very big task ahead of us to encourage church members to participate in this generosity and this faithfulness and stewardship of what the Lord has given. That is very important. And Reyes added that he wished to ask for a lot of prayers. It is not easy for members to grasp the stewardship concept and the planned giving concept, but we look forward with all our divisions and all our people to mobilize resources for mission. Agambire tikyanguire kwetegeresa abantu obukuru bw'okwayo ebyo Mukama byatuhaire kugaruza mwa Mukama byatuhaire. Yagamba kigumire muno. But nagambangu, with your prayers, with our dedication, he will have a step made for the good of the church. How is it with faithfulness in returning tithes and offerings, with generosity, and above all, with all it takes for you to move on with the Lord's call? Most of us we don't return to God tithes and offerings in truth and in spirit. Ekanisa neyetaga okuba okwayo ogisaka nampuliriza oheyo n'okwehayo okutaina obusuma bwona habwomezi bwawe n'ekanisa oheyo ebyo byokama kuhereize habo bulungi bw'omulimo gwe. Therefore, this morning, I want to invite you, as we go to worship God today, may you return to Him in truth and spirit. Habwensonga ne watuhaire kandi singatwihaho natwihaho kuo. This week bambi we made a loss in the country. One of our lawyers, Charles Bukyakurungi, muna tura mirimo ye yaika mu jamu yaikire mu jamu chali ekimotoka ekitaburo musenyi ne seminti kyagwere motoka ye kyagisesenya kurungi emotoka empyaka muno kyagisesenya kurungi muno an expensive car and the man died on spot. Life is not what we think, and therefore today beyond between it is God who has provided. Ngonza kusaba as you plan to meet God today in church, may you meet God in truth and in spirit. Uruga kuramya ruhanga omuramye omanano no mazima. Iko cyalo kintu kirikire kya possibility ministries in our church. Tumanyire abantu abanyina obulema habomezi bwabo. Ekiro kinu tuina kugaramu amani abantu abo in terms of improve their self-esteem, bamanyo nka abantu abanyina omuhendo, and who can do better than what they think. So ayo nampuliriza dorangu mbero kusabira muramunamu abantu abanyina kizibu kino bafuba amaiso balema rundiki bafuba eminwa bafuba amatu tibarukura kurungi tibarukubaza rundiki they have memory issues bebwayebwa rundiki abandi banyina ebika byomubire bimu ebitakora tumanyire ubutago bwao. Let them get a special attention today that they know the church cares. Possibility ministries today omunsi yona dorangu ogyetabiremu akuna nampuliriza kandi kanisa ikugoboleho emanyengu. This is our church which benefits all of us. Walokimanyirengu novantu kanisa zaitu, we must consider the possibility ministry. Kanisa yosabiramu singa haijo mulema anyina obugabo kutamu kanisa mu atatalibanizibwe. We have entrances for the possibility members. Rundi we consider people who are well off, who are okay. This ministry calls us back to normal. Tumanyengu nabatende kuba batiyo nayo sakuboti one day. Therefore tubakonyere kurorangu, they feel the comfort at the feet of Jesus in our church. Nimalira ngonza kumanyisa wale onompuliriza tamwa amalimo gwa mukama strengths in the work of God kurorangu. The work of God moves clearly with eagerness, with steadfast habokuba nitu abanyina gumaliriza otukyali bomezi. God says to us that we must preach this gospel unto all the world, that when he comes back he may find comfort and company when we are around. May God bless us all, that as we move on with this gospel, God is glorified. I love you all. Keep tuned to Ascendancy TV. More is coming, and support us. Subscribe to this channel that we can give you more and more for the goodness of God's mission, and you too to keep being updated. It's Gairendi, Master Guide, AHUMUZA Bright, Empak Madam Kiamoti, a man from Bunyoro, Oilo City, the land of happiness, the land of greatness, which lies in Western Uganda field, Uganda Union Mission, East African Division, omunsi yona. Mukama balinde kandi mukani mutuliriza. Till we meet again, God bless you and have a happy Sabbath.